What's up, guys? It's me. I am back with another video, back with my glasses on my face, and it's Royal Rumble Day. I said I was going to do my predictions last night after SmackDown. I didn't because I kind of forgot, but I'm here this morning to get my predictions out to y'all, and it is 6:13 in the morning Eastern Time. All right, a lot of things can change between now and later tonight when we get to the Royal Rumble. So as far as my predictions go, these are being done as things are right now, but also knowing that things can potentially change between now and then. Now, the other thing I want to get out of the way is, again, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do a Royal Rumble live reaction stream like I wanted to. Um, but I will be watching the show, and I might end up doing a review afterward. We'll see. Um, but with all that being said, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. And let's go ahead and let's get into this. So, there's only 5 matches on this card this time around. The 3 singles matches: Roman versus KO, Bianca versus Alexa, and the pitch black match between Bray and LA Knight, and then the 2 Rumble matches. I'm not mad about that whatsoever because it feels like, especially with the singles matches, those are all going to get more time, which is a good thing. And the Rumbles are probably get a little more time themselves, but I mean, considering the fact that the women's rumble only has 12 entrants out of 30 so far, and the men's one only has 17, I would imagine there's going to be a lot of surprises and returns and call ups and things of that nature tonight. And I'm excited for that. I really am. So getting into the singles matches first, um, I guess we should start with Alexa Bliss versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's title. Their rematch from their first title match on Raw. This is gonna be awesome to watch. I'm genuinely excited. I'm genuinely excited for all the matches, but I'm especially excited for this one. Um, because it's the first time Alexa's gotten to battle um for a singles main roster title. Of course, her and Asuka did defend the tag titles at Crown Jewel last year after winning them on Raw that week, but this is their first time going after a singles title on premium live event instead of saying pay per view, of course, since losing to Charlotte Flair for for the Raw Women's title. Sorry, at Extreme Rules 2021, and of course we know what happened after that. Of course, the interesting thing here with Alexa is all the Uncle Howdy shenanigans and him appearing and making his presence known to her. And I think there's going to be a connection between this match and the Pitch Black match. Do I think we'll see Alexa show up during the Pitch Black match? I don't know. We'll see. There's a potential for that, especially considering Uncle Howdy's thing has been trying to get Bray to bring the Fiend back. And I think Uncle Howdy believes that Alexa is the key to that being possible. So, what happens in this match could definitely carry over to the Pitch Black match if that's the way that they want to do it. Um, I do believe Bianca will retain her title tonight, and it probably will be because of Uncle Howdy's shenanigans. Because so far, like, yeah, the Uncle Howdy Alexa stare down on Raw, and that was the week after um their Raw Women's title match on Raw, of course, where Alexa snapped and went heel. And then you had the following week where you had Bianca having Alexa up on her shoulder for the KOD on the outside over by some chairs and whatnot, and then Uncle Howdy shows up at one of the entranceways, and Alexa was able to get out of it and hit Bianca with one of her moves. So I think with each Uncle Howdy appearance and the fact that Alexa keeps denying that she needs him or Bray, Uncle Howdy's going to cost her tonight and show her that you're not in control. I am. So Bianca wins, And whatever happens between Bliss and Howdy, oh man, it's gonna be fun to watch. And we might as well go ahead and segue into the pitch black match between Bray and LA Knight. First and foremost, and a lot of people have already said it, but I gotta say it too, and I've probably said it before, but I'll say it again. Putting LA Knight with Bray Wyatt is one of the best creative decisions I have fucking seen in a long time. And long time is in, relatively speaking, but it's one of the best creative decisions I have seen come out of this company. Because we already know how good LA Knight can be. You know, from his runs to other companies outside of WWE, and then coming into NXT, with the Cameron Grimes feud and whatnot. Like the dude's over. Him going, yeah, that's over as hell. Which honestly, if that replaced the what chant, as a chant that the crowd does all the fucking time, um, I think that'd be nice. Honestly, like the yeah chant is the successor to the what chant. I'm calling it now. Um, do we still get? Would we still get the what chant? Maybe, but we should get the yeah chant a little more. Um, but yeah, putting LA with Bray was perfect. Like nobody was like when Bray and LA first crossed paths on SmackDown, none of us were expecting that. Like of all people, nobody expected it to be LA. And we were all like genuinely when that was revealed, everybody the way everybody reacted on Twitter, it was genuine surprise. It's one of the best decisions you could have possibly made. Because LA Knight has gotten massively over as a result of this feud, and whatever happens tonight, he's gonna remain over. However, it would probably be in the best interest, and I hate saying this because the fact that I would like to see Bray win in his first match that we get to see on TV, considering that the only match that he's had since he's come back so far was that match with Jinder Mahal at MSG during their Holiday Live event tour. Um, I think LA Knight wins tonight because, for one thing, it solidifies him as a top heel in the company, especially on SmackDown where you have so much. Like SmackDown is top heavy when it comes to their star power. Roman, Charlotte, Gunther, Braun, the list goes on and on. But excuse me. But LA Knight solidifying him as a top heel with a win tonight, um, can do wonders for him. Move going forward from this feud, and I don't think Bray losing is going to hurt him a whole lot because we know Uncle Howdy's going to get involved. And do we see Uncle Howdy revealed tonight? Maybe, maybe. Um, whether we do or not, Uncle Howdy will absolutely be involved. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would imagine Alexa and Bianca will open the show tonight, and then Women's Rumble, Pitch Black match, which I believe is basically a street fight, essentially. So that will be in the middle. Then the Men's Rumble, and then Roman versus KO, or Roman versus KO, and then the Men's Rumble. If either of those lineups happen the way I just described, y'all heard it here first. I called it. So, there's that. But um, it would absolutely make sense to have Alexa's match go first because then you have all that time between that match and Bray's match with the women's Rumble match in between, to get Alexa prepared for potentially getting involved in the pitch black match if they decide to do that. Because again, in my mind, Uncle Howdy probably believes that Alexa is the key to bringing back the Fiend, and that's what he wants. So whether Bray wants it or not. So we'll see what happens. But LA Knight's gonna win tonight, I think. So now we get into Roman versus Kevin Owens. And this is, I believe, the third time that they've faced each other at the Royal Rumble. Um, or third or fourth time, at least in terms of one-on-one matches, and each of the previous times has been a banger. So this has no reason not to be. It's interesting that this match didn't get a stipulation because they've had stipulation. Well, last time they faced each other at the Royal Rumble, um, which was 2021, that was a last man standing match. So again, I'm surprised we didn't get a stipulation for this one, but either way, it's still gonna be really good. And the main question with it is what becomes of Sami Zayn? Because after all the tribal court stuff and Paul Heyman laying it into Sami, um, Sami giving himself up, saying he had no defense after everything Heyman said, Roman getting pissed off, calling on Solo to deal with Sami, and then Jay saving him. Um, Roman had said he didn't want to see Sami on SmackDown tonight. Now, caveat: Roman and Paul Heyman weren't there because they were on the Jimmy Fallon show. And Sami showed up kind of in hiding to, to wish Jay luck. And then Jay and Jimmy got thrown out by Adam Pearce because after an attack from Kevin Owens and whatnot. Um, so then Jay had to call in a favor for Sami to back up Solos, and you go from there. Roman said on Monday that he has one final test for Sami Zayn, and it could mean a lot of different things. It could be involving his match with KO. It could be involving the Royal Rumble itself. Sami's not currently entered into the Men's Rumble, and I'm not 100% sure that he's gonna be. Um, because that WWE has to be very careful with that, and I'll get into that more when discussing the Men's Rumble. But Roman should be retaining tonight. Absolutely. I don't see him losing. Um, I do think we have the potential to have the WWE title and Universal title split before we get to Mania, which would be nice. So they'd probably get split at Elimination Chamber, but we'll see. That said, again, Roman wins, and all eyes are on Sami Zayn. We got to see what happens with him. Um, so now we get into the men's and women's rumbles. The women's rumble currently only has 12 entrants in it, and the men's has 17. So again, plenty of surprises, call ups, returns, I'd imagine, will happen. As far as who I think wins, the popular pick for the women's rumble is Rhea Ripley, and I don't see any reason to go against that. So I'm gonna take Rhea as well. It just makes sense, and I'm starting to see this anti Rhea rhetoric on social media as far as like her potentially winning the rumble. I don't understand why that is because Rhea winning the rumble would make a lot of sense, especially if she goes after Bianca. Like being like Bianca and Charlotte as your champions, you can go one of two ways. Charlotte or Rhea goes after Charlotte, because remember Charlotte won the 2020 Royal Rumble and challenged Rhea for the NXT Women's title and beat her for it, which was probably a dumb move, but whatever. Or Rhea goes after Bianca because remember, Rhea was supposed to face Bianca at Money in the Bank after winning that fatal 4-way match on Raw, but she got hurt during that match and it never happened. And so now you have the chance for Rhea to go into the Women's Rumble, win it, maybe even make an appearance during the Men's Rumble. Who knows? But she has the chance to win it and um go on to face Bianca, so we can get that match at WrestleMania. I think that would be pretty cool. And then for the men's one, Cody Rhodes. Like even with Brock Lesnar declaring for the match, and I understand, this whole thing with The Rock. Look, I do not think The Rock's showing up tonight. I do not. And if you are expecting him to show up, you're gonna get disappointed because I do not foresee him showing up. He's already come out saying that he's not gonna do Mania match with Roman this year, because he doesn't have enough time to get himself in his mind doesn't have enough time to get himself in physical perform in a peak physical performance worthy of such a match, considering also the fact that The Rock hasn't wrestled in quite a bit, um and again, Sammy's not currently entered in the match. Even if Sammy's in it, I don't think he'll win because of whatever it is that Roman wants him to do as this final test per se. Um, and also I can definitely understand the concern of, well, if Sammy does find his way into the Rumble and doesn't win, that people they'll do to Cody Rhodes what happened to Batista and Roman in 2014 and 2015 with the Daniel Bryan fiasco and the fans and whatnot. I don't see that happening because 2014 with Batista and 2015 with Roman, fans didn't want either one of them to win. They wanted Daniel Bryan, and WWE told him to fuck off. Here, fans want Cody Rhodes to win the Royal Rumble. They want him to come back and win it, uh, to go on to WrestleMania and have a shot at doing what his father unfortunately never could, and win the WWE title, which Cody has explicitly made clear that's what he wants. Is he wants the WWE title, and you can figure out the Universal title stuff later. Um, so I don't foresee him getting turned on by the fans, the way that Batista and Roman did. Um, but if Sammy does find his way into the Royal Rumble, it would be pretty cool to see him win. A lot of people are like Chris Jericho had said recently, like if it was up to him, he would have Sammy go win the Rumble match, face Roman at Mania, and go over. Um, but with Sammy not currently entered into the Royal Rumble match and us not knowing what Roman will have him do, um, I think for right now the safe bet either way is to say Cody Rhodes is winning tonight. Is it predictable? Yeah, yeah, it is. But are we gonna love it? Absolutely. So once again, Bianca retains, Roman retains, LA Knight wins, Rhea wins the women's rumble, Cody wins the men's rumble. With all being said, thank y'all for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.